Welcome to the yesHEis podcast, where we talk about sharing your faith with confidence so that you can play your part in helping the world know Jesus. Well, welcome to the yesHEis podcast.
Hello.
We are here for another day.
Let's
My name
go.
is Tim. I am here with Sam and Tahila as always, but it is not a normal day today because today we have just released the yesHEis app.
Yes. We finally said it
We
together.
finally said it
Come on
together.
now.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was actually the 8th try.
That was. We've rolled this a whole
Yeah,
bunch of
we've
times.
been
No, we haven't.
practicing.
That's a lie. We did.
That's the
We
first
did it
time.
the first
Good job,
time,
Tim.
and it was amazing.
Honest.
The yesHEis app is live on the App Store and on the Google Play Store. If that's,
Is that what it's called?
I think it's called the Google Play Store. If you're an Android,
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I
Kind of
only
person.
opt for the superior version.
we don't judge.
Listen
Yeah.
and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge. Well, it is super exciting. This has been probably at least 18 months in the
Right.
making. And the whole heart is to have evangelism tools and training in the hands of everyday Christians. That's been our tagline, like right across socials.
Yes.
Awesome.
And we've come good on it.
Yeah.
We've come good on the promise.
And in case you think you're not one of those everyday Christians,
Questions.
Question.
that also includes you. There is no one that is exempt from that. This
That-
app is for all people, all walks of life, from when you're just starting out your faith journey and wanting to share Jesus through to you've been saved for 50 years and you just wanted to sharpen your
100%.
ability to share Jesus.
Yeah, because that's the idea of it. It's to help you share your faith. It's
Absolutely.
not like, actually, it's probably like if you are like super confident and you have your own thing going, like maybe this app isn't for you.
Yeah.
But do you know what? It probably actually is as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
It is actually
absolutely.
for everyone because it's the idea is to help you.
Yeah.
And just I guess today we just wanted to just give a quick flyover, right, of like what's in the app and how can it help you. So when you open up the app, there's this cool like world map and like the homepage is where you can kind of organize or be intentional
I'm
with
there.
your
I
evangelistic
can see it.
life. There's little like dots that light up on the map
Little
as you
apple.
log any evangelistic action that you do.
I think one of them might be me.
I think a few of them are you, man. Every Uber trip.
I just can't.
Yes.
I
Is
just
there one
can't
in
help
Tassie?
but share Jesus and log it in the app.
Then we have the tools section, which is just a bunch of really helpful and practical things to help you, get moving in the right direction with
Yeah.
sharing your faith.
Oh, good.
And the heart behind these is that.
I'm on the tool section right now, just in case you think I'm scrolling through Instagram or something
Oh,
like
right,
that.
thanks.
I'm
Yeah, that's-
actually,
that's
this
great.
is amazing.
Participating.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Participating.
right here with you. But there's
Yeah.
so many different tools here. It's amazing.
Yeah. And the heart behind it is it's like, we're not going to, like, sharing your faith is your responsibility. yesHEis isn't going to do it for you, but these tools are really designed to like create opportunities for
Yeah,
you to
great.
like walk into and to give you the responsibility to do that.
Yeah.
And so they're really exciting. Then we have our learning section where we have courses, which is like we have a full blown everyday evangelism course, which takes you step by step
Love it.
through just some key principles of how to share your faith in everyday life. We've got microlearning, which is like if you're having a coffee and you're like, I don't have time to do a full blown course. I ain't got no time for that. Then you can just flick through a microlearning. It's basically like Instagram stories, right?
Yeah.
And just little ideas for how to share your faith. Then we've got challenges as well, which is just every so often, every two to 4 weeks probably. Then we maybe every like 2.5 weeks or maybe 2 3/4 weeks, we might do a
Or
challenge.
bi-yearly.
Bi-yearly. Every 2 weeks or at least twice a month, we might do a challenge.
It's probably the most ambiguous time frame I've ever heard in my life.
We have regular challenges that come up in the app.
And are we launching one today?
We are launching one. Well, there's one in the app at the moment, and we're in the lead up
So
to
good.
Easter. And so the first one we're doing is an invite yourself to church challenge.
Yeah, if you don't go to church, you should invite
actually
yourself
start
to
going
church.
to church. It's an invite someone to church.
Yeah, great.
And so yeah, super exciting. We're just so pumped to have this live in the App Store.
So good.
And so if you haven't downloaded it, go to the App Store, type in yesHEis, go to Google Play if you have an Android phone, and you can get the same app. But yeah, super exciting.
Yay.
Love that. That's so good. I think my favorite part of all of that is you were talking about the micro learnings section there in the learning or the courses section. And like there is a whole bunch of different learning options there. We've got like the full everyday evangelism course, which is just exceptional. It's fantastic. But then like if you don't have space to be able to go into depth in those sorts of courses, there's also the microlearning courses, which are, like you said, they're kind of like Instagram stories kind of, and they take 5 to 7 minutes to do one. And we've got a whole...
Or maybe 10 minutes if you're slow or if it's really meaningful for you.
Yeah. Or maybe you're the kind of person who listens to audiobooks at 2 to 3 times the speed.
I know there's people out there.
Honestly, you could probably flick through it in 30 seconds.
You probably could.
Really
I did
quick.
just before, just so I could get the badge.
Just so you can get the badge. Honestly, I think, hey, there's cool badges that you can get.
Sam's
to
got the
really
badge.
motivate your learning. But I honestly am so excited for those microlearning courses because it's just so cool to be able to fit that. It's so easy to fit that into your life.
Yeah.
Like you could even start by, and there's so many that you could even start by adding these to your like morning devotions. Like you take your time in the morning, 15 minutes to read the Bible
perfect.
That's a good
and
idea.
have your coffee. And then I'm going to take the next 5 minutes, not to just, grow in my relationship with God, but also grow practically in my ability to share my faith with other people. And so there's a bunch of different microlearning courses available, like inviting someone to church and even like how to lead someone to Jesus. Like we talk about evangelizing and maybe the opportunity comes up and you're like, I actually have no idea how to lead someone to Jesus. Well, you too can learn how to lead someone to Jesus in 5 to 7 minutes.
No, I think that's where you'd engage like the 30-second flick through. You'd just be like, hold that thought.
Just
quickly open the
Someone's
yesHEis
just
app, flick through.
How do I do this again? That's actually great.
And then you can pull your move, which is like, hey, I'm actually not on my phone. I'm not scrolling through Instagram.
Yeah,
it's a
I'm not
really
bored.
meaningful
sharing
moment.
their life story. They're like, I'm just really interested in Jesus. You're like, yeah, wow, okay. Just tapping through, learning how to share Jesus. But then there's like a whole bunch of different things, like how to share your faith with a Muslim, how to share your faith with an atheist, how to grow in relationship with Jesus so that sharing Jesus feels more natural. It's like there are so many things that you can learn in a 5 to 7 minute window that it's fantastic. And I can see myself, honestly, I can already see myself doing these as part of my devotion, or I'm about to catch up with a friend. I've got a friend in mind who has questions about faith, but comes from an atheistic background. So I'm like, I could literally,
That's great.
before my coffee catch up as a refresher, I could just quickly tap through this in 5 to 7 minutes and I could learn how to share my faith authentically with an atheist.
Yeah.
And it's not just wishy-washy content. Like we actually have a lot of great thoughts and questions to consider and reflect on
That's good.
in these microlearning courses. So
I love that it's like that quick flick through as well. Like you said, you can do it in your morning coffee or whatever, but then if you're coming into a moment, you're sitting in your car and you're like, oh, what was that thing? I can't remember it. Like you can literally just like flick through and find, where that is. So it's like this quick reference guide.
And it's super accessible as well. So it's like just like quick refresher and then I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Which it's just
also,
awesome.
do you know the thought I had was like they look really nice, like they're well designed. You could even screenshot ideas and like put them as your phone background.
True.
Ooh.
Yes, because they are nice. They are well designed.
They're beautifully designed.
Pretty pictures, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
No pop-ups, unfortunately. We don't
No
have
ads
that
because it's free
third-dimensional
forever.
aspect.
It's free forever. The
How good
yesHEis
is
app
that?
is
Thank
free
you,
forever.
Lord.
Man, I love that.
Hey guys, it's Tim here. I just wanted to jump in here and encourage you guys to like, subscribe, and comment. We are not building a channel, we are building a movement, and we really value all the input you guys bring. So let's get back to the episode.
Can I share about what I like?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Awesome. Well, what I've liked about our app at the moment is that we've got tools that we can give to people in their hands. And we have a lot of people in our DMs that always ask, like, what can I give or like, what can I do? So we made it practical. We've got the Grace Bomb little cards that you can download in our app. And that helps us to just make motivated kind actions to help people know that they're loved. You don't have to exactly share the gospel, but you can do a little action that helps lead to a faith journey for somebody. So that's one part. But my other favorite part is our new game that we've got on there. It's a conversational card game. It's called Let's Plunge. And I played this with a whole bunch of students earlier last year when we were trialing it. And what I loved about this game is how easy it is to get to know people who you've spent time with all of the time. So when I was sitting with this classroom of people that were sitting around and they like have grown up done school for the last 9 years together every day. But playing this game, they asked questions like one of these questions is, what's the best compliment you've ever received and why did it mean so much to you?
Yeah, wow.
Now, that doesn't sound like a God conversation to me, but it's something that you can easily start to think about deeper in your heart. Like what was something that really meant something to me?
great.
And you can share that kind of in a way that leads to a different kind of conversation, not just like, oh, someone thought my hair looked pretty today, like you can go deeper and kind of like share a bit more, but it also helps you to learn about the other person. So maybe you've never asked your friend, like, what's your faith belief, or like, what's your favorite book? And if they're not Christians, they probably wouldn't say that the Bible is their favorite book, but you might be able to share how the Bible might be really impactful for you. So
that's
it's
great.
really cool to help you like go deeper into your relationships. And there actually is like a challenge button where it says like you can do different levels. So you can do a different faith depth. What are they, like shoulder?
Like 3 different levels of depth that, there's like conversational starters, like icebreakers, but then it goes sort of to a medium depth and then like to really deep where, and some of those deep questions are really hard hitting. But in a really good way. Like it's, I've resonated with that as well. Like whether you're playing it with someone new or you're playing it, especially with people that you know, and especially with non-Christians that you've known for a while, sometimes it's hard to like break down that wall of like, how do we jump over to like a conversation that's a bit deeper or about faith? And so it kind of just gives a bit of like prompting and structure to that in a helpful way.
Absolutely. And it feels like you might be thinking, oh, that feels like it's going to add a lot of like rigidity to a conversation, like doesn't make it feel organic. But to be honest, I've played this with people and it's actually,
I think the structure's good.
Yeah. Like it actually really helps to strengthen the conversations and get more out of them. And there's like a lot of like fun questions on there, and then it slowly gets deeper, but it like oscillates between shallow and deep as well. So it's like, it's not like every conversation leads to, hey, let me tell you about Jesus, but it's more like, let's develop this friendship and just chat about some of the deeper things of life. And if faith comes up, let's talk about it.
And I was just thinking like it would be an easy game to play if you're riding a bus or riding in a carload of on a carpool with some people. Like
a car trip or something like that.
It's
that cool.
so valuable.
Road trip game.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. That's cool. I like that.
The yesHEis app is live right now, guys. So jump onto your App Store or Google Play, download it, and get involved. We really do have this big vision. Like imagine if every Christian right across the whole world, right, just sowed small seeds of faith, of sharing Jesus in your everyday life. Like imagine the impact that could be.
Imagine that world map lighting up.
Yeah, and honestly, that's really what excites me the most, is just not just seeing my actions lighting up on the map, but just being encouraged by the fact that like everyone else around the world is doing that. And you can like pinch to zoom into like different areas and see. So
who's sharing Jesus in Bangladesh today?
Yeah. But honestly, awesome. Like the app's going live in 18 different languages.
Wow.
And 20 locales, because there's a few different English speaking locales around the world. And so honestly, the whole map will light up. And then if you've got a friend in like Kazakhstan or something and you're like, hey, how come you're not? Listen, he probably has more reasons why he's not sharing.
Which friend are you talking to? I've got multiple in Kazakhstan.
But it will be exciting to see that whole map light up over time. So we're excited. We hope you're excited, and get involved. Jump onto the yesHEis app and start to share your stories, not just in the app, but right across our socials as well. And hey, together, let's help the world know Jesus, right?
I should have said that with you. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I missed the cue.
Oh my gosh. We won't do it again. That's okay. See you next week, everybody.
Bye.